Hi, this is Bruno here. And 5 minutes ago, I decided to start a new YouTube channel that is going to be called
Crypto Bruno.
Of course, right? Why not? So when I go to crypto conferences like this one, we at Token Fest in San Francisco, I'm going to go around and interview the most interesting people having great crypto projects. So my first interview ever on the Crypto Bruno channel is with?
Hey, I'm Justin Newton.
From?
I'm the founder and CEO at Netki.
Yes, and just a little story first. I met by fluke somehow just in a conference ago, and it turned out that he was in the same dorms as my wife at Northwestern a few years ago.
Yeah.
My wife told me that he had more hair at the time.
He had a lot more hair.
A lot of hair. He was known for his big man of hair.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of gone these days.
That's okay. I have a hat too because anyway. Justin, what are you doing?
So I started a company working in the blockchain space called Netki about 4.5 years ago. And what we've really been focused on is how do we help with the mass market adoption and commercialization of blockchain technology. And so one of the areas that we've decided to work in and focus on is digital identity and how digital identity relates to risk and compliance. So things like know your customer, anti-money laundering, but also anti-fraud and other things like that. Something we think is an important tool that underpins most blockchain applications.
So earlier, I saw Justin presenting on a panel earlier, and it was quite amazing because he got all of us completely scared the bejesus out of us with the kind of enforcement, the kind of regulation coming our way, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, my goal really isn't to scare people with what's going on, but to make sure that the people that are working and innovating in this space understand some of the things that they need to be prepared for and some of the challenges that they might run into. One of the reasons that we kind of very much focused in this compliance area is because we knew that people wanted to focus on their innovation, on differentiating their product and doing things that people hadn't done before, not spending their time remaking the basic underpinnings like identity, KYC, and others. Similarly, when you're working in a regulated area like financial services and others, you really need to make sure you meet all of those compliance requirements because, it's difficult to innovate from prison. And so we really wanted to build tools not to scare people, but to protect people and allow them to create the amazing blockchain technologies that we know are going to be out there.
Justin, who are you competing with?
Oh, geez. There's a handful of companies in the space that are working around digital identity. What I would say is none of them have really specialized in the blockchain ecosystem in the way that we have. And from that perspective, I don't think that there's anyone that's had that same kind of focus and depth of experience. Yeah. Going all the way back to when we created BIP 75, the first identity standard related to Bitcoin, all the way through today, we've been looking at and driving the specific needs and requirements of blockchain for identity.
Excellent. Where are you based and how many people do you have in your company right now? What are your plans moving forward?
Yeah, so we're based in Los Angeles, California, although we have a slightly distributed workforce. We have some developers other places in the US as well as overseas. We're in the midst of actually some pretty fantastic growth this year. We're growing our team at the beginning of the year from about 12 people to looking to be about 45 at the end of the year as the product has taken traction and really grown and scaled up. In terms of what we're doing and where we're going, we intend to make what we've built out around this KYC and AML product much more robust, both in terms of the depth of the product, so the types of data that we can look at, but also the breadth of product. For example, we recently added in accredited investor validation and corporate validations, and we have more functionality coming down the line.
Excellent, thank you very much. One last question regarding the conference here. Anything that you've learned or that interested you or surprised you at Token Fest this year here in San Francisco?
I've had a couple of people that I've known for a long time that have come by and talked to me about some projects here that I'm really excited about, but they're still in stealth mode. So I'm going to keep my lips a little bit sealed, and I'm going to let the entrepreneurs share it on their own when they're ready.
Wonderful. So this was the very first Crypto Bruno interview, but the first of many.
Yeah.
We need to find a way to sign up. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, hopefully we're keeping the standard high.
We are. We're starting very, very high. It's going to be hard, right?
Yeah.
For the next wave of interview. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bruno. It was a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.